What up, everybody? Back Wednesday night live stream with me, Colorful Carl. This is the For the Love of Creativity show. Make cool art every week. Just whatever I'm into this week. Sometimes it's pictures of collaborative stuff with my dad, finishing old artwork that he had sketched out way back in the day, up until recently in the past. I guess not super recently. He's been gone now about over 9 years, but really cool stuff. Having fun here for about 3 years straight. Try to make it every Wednesday night. It's been a little crazy this summer so far. I had a lot of shit going on, but I'm here tonight. I'm going to try to finish up this piece I started a few weeks ago of my wife on our anniversary. I started maybe a little before our anniversary. Anyways, but this is from our wedding day, which is super cool. So I'll break down the steps of that and how we got to where we're at right now. And then I'll finish that up tonight, hopefully. And then if I get that done in time, I'll probably finish up the one I started last week, week before last or whatever, with my old man. Anyhow, good to see everybody. Glad to have some friends out here tonight. And let's get some art going. Here we go. Oh, and a quick shout out. Minted another NFT last night on the Voy network. So let me drop a link to that. If you guys aren't familiar, Voy is a level 1 blockchain, meaning it's not built on top of anybody else's. It's a fully decentralized, community-driven project. It is quite amazing. I can't say enough good things about the community. They're all builders. They're all love the Web3 space. There's not a single grifter in there that we're aware of. And if we found them, we'd give them the boot. But yeah, it's a cool community. I've been minting NFTs there. Haven't done any NFT minting previous to that in quite a while. Have one up for sale right now. It's running about like $45, give or take. It's the here. I'll drop a link to it. Actually, let's pull it up. It's I did it earlier this year, and it is Echoes of Lucid Reverie. So this is the one. This was actually the first one I based off of a sketch that my father didn't actually do. I took 50 of my dad's line art sketches. See this, like the black line art on here? And I converted that. I put them all into what's called a LoRa model and trained an AI model just on my dad's art, and had it output this sketch, which actually looks like my father in the facial structure at least, which is really neat to me. And I did some art on top of that, so that was fun. But let's see if I got the link for y'all so I can drop that. And I forgot to share out the stream, so I'm gonna take a few minutes and share out the stream to people on all the different channels, if y'all don't mind. It doesn't look like there's anybody here yet, so nobody does mind. And if you're watching a recording of this, skip forward a minute or two, no big deal. Know what I mean? Anyways, here's the link to the NFT. If you would like to purchase that, you'll need to set up a couple different things. It's not super easy yet, but you can buy Voy. Well, that's the NFT link. So that's where you can see where it's listed for sale, and then you'll need to buy Voy, which you can do with a credit card, which is not super hard. crypto was way harder than this when I first got started. And it's ibuyvoy.com. So we have that here. Shout out to my homies at the Voy Network. Chris Swinner, if you guys have been following the show, has been on here a couple times. Did some art for him. He is he's the founder of Voy. And you know, I mean, there's a lot of amazing people in the space, but yeah. Let's see, and you should be able to do everything you need to do at ibuyvoy.com. But if you're working on it and you need some help, let me know, and I'll definitely connect you with the right people or help you myself. So, anyhow, I guess I can throw that out here in the TikTok as well, ibuyvoy, and then you can also buy my latest NFT there. If you collect 10 of my NFTs, you get a free custom commission from me. You can buy them on the secondary market or directly from my profile. And I'll come up with other incentives and bonuses and things that people will unlock as they are holders of my NFTs, especially as I start actually making money with this. You know, I can actually give out free swag and shirts or hats or prints of art, whatever. We'll sort something out. It'll be fun. I just wanted to build something with my community who shows up and gives me love all the time, and it's cool. NFTs are a cool way to do that. So, and if you don't know much about NFTs, I can share a couple videos of me talking at different places, Boston blockchain mostly, about all the awesomeness that and potential of NFTs. So, making live art. Come say hi. Let's see. Share to my story. And we're gonna do just one other spot here, homies. Look, I shared my own stream. What a nice guy. Feel free to share it out while I'm sharing it, just in case you were feeling, like sharing my stream as you come across things here. Cool. All right. Let's make some art. So, let's see. I'll wait for a few more people to show up, and then I'll start breaking down how I got here. But let me just. I gotta pull this up, start recording on this jam. Pop my back. That felt good. Alright, where we at? We got a couple people here. Well, let's just break it down, and people can always scroll back if they want, and I'm sure I'll do this a few more times as people show up. So look, this is the image we started with. This was my girlfriend at the time, fiance. Actually, I never asked her to be my girlfriend. I just asked her to marry me. So we skipped the girlfriend phase, but this was her on our wedding day. looking beautiful as always. And yeah, so generated this background, a couple different pieces with some AI built into the shit here. I had a wolf that was cool, but I ended up getting rid of it. So I cut out Alden at one point, and I added like different funky hair on her. I added some nose rings, some lips, you know, and I, you know, did some stuff to her eyes. Can't really tell there. Yeah, and then I just added more. I didn't like the way her hair was looking there. I added some locks back in. Added in a little ear, some earrings on the ear, you know, another little lock over there. Some more locks. Little decoration on her face, some colors. Gem shadows with the face gems. A little blue overlay to push her into the environment a little more. Some shadows, some highlights. The gnome. This gnome is actually in the window at my house. Took a picture of it and edited it a bit, added some feet on it and shit, but mostly a photograph. Added in something there. Oh, let's see, what is that? Who knows? So, you know, what are you doing, Tank? The dog's just rolling around being crazy over here, so. Alright, well, let's start working. Bruh. Fucking dog's crazy. Bulldogs are insane, just for the record. So. What up, Aunt Katrina? Welcome to the live stream. Alright, I think I got everything I need. Alright, cool. So, I think where I'm at is these shadows are a little dark. What layer am I on? I'm deleting shit. Alright. Here we go. On the shadow layer. So I'm just gonna make the shadows work a little better. So I'm erasing and I'm just gonna blur the lines when they get a little ugly. Right? Yeah, you know. It's alright. I have like a bluish shadow, so I'm glad I did that. Yeah, and if you turn off all the other layers, you can get a more pure color. Because if I had selected that, it would have selected all of it, like how it was represented with all the layers versus just that one. Little pro tip, you know. All the little things you figure out over the umpteen years of doing the same thing over and over and over again. So we got smoothing, cool. Alright, cool. I want this to be a little softer edged. Okay, cool. I'll blur that out some more, but just want to roughly get it a little more cohesive. Yeah, it looks good. It's pushing her head more forward and the back of her head further into the background. Then I'll put like a light little rim light on the back there, which will be cool. Just to kind of pop it out a little bit. Watching you on my TV, I think that makes you a TV star. That might make me a TV star, Mr. Swinner. I'm for it. I'm for it. Good to see you, by the way. What part of the world are you in tonight, my world-traveling, adventurous friend? I live vicariously through you sometimes, except for I'm doing exactly what I want to be doing. But, you know, there's a part of me that would love to scoop up my wife and kid and travel around the world. It's just not currently what makes the most sense for our life. But there will be a time. I'm just going to be massaging little details tonight, mostly making this look awesome. You know, gotta celebrate the wife's beauty. Happy, so that's Puerto Rico? Is that where home is these days? Puerto Rico. Yeah, it looks like absolute garbage now. Way to go, Carl. Nice. I have never been. The only island I've ever been to is Jamaica. And it was quite some time ago. You can write a prompt in more than 100 languages. Now you know. Cool. That works for me. Not really a big fan of all that around it, but it should be fine. Cool. Yeah. It's fine. So what layer is that? That lock looks awful right there. Nice. Okay. Got my proper highlight color. So could do like just a smidge, just a little bit there. Catching there. Maybe on the edge of this. I have to clean this up a lot. Hope everyone's doing good on this wonderful Wednesday evening. I miss streaming. It's been a minute. I've been all over the place, man. Up and down the East Coast. Just like haven't been here like I normally am. I feel like I haven't done 2 weeks in a row in a while. Definitely haven't done a month straight in a while. So, but it's all right, you know. Gotta have the balance. I'm starting to learn. You can't have all this rigidity in life, you know. You've got to be able to flow and ebb with things. And if I just get lost in the same shit all the time, I don't know if that gives me the experience I'm looking for before I die. You know, I want to do all the things, a little bit of this, a little bit of that kind of thing. You know. But all the same, it's definitely good to be back. Have a little fun with you guys, make some art. I got 21 viewers already. Feeling special tonight. Thank you all for coming out. What a blessing. get a little sloppy sometimes. It's part of the process, you know? That's why I love digital too. You can just kind of get crazy. I guess it's sort of the same with acrylic. You can just paint over this shit. I don't know. I paint very similar with acrylics. I've been trying my best with watercolor. I don't know if you guys remember this piece I worked on earlier in the year. I finished it digitally, but now it's coming together. I've been working on it with paints. I got some like shimmer effects on it, some like metallic watercolors and stuff. So it's coming together nicely. To work on them some more. I actually want them to be green. The green hair layer, yeah, cool. And we're gonna do it's a good mid-tone, I think. Alright, I'm gonna do hair. Cool. Fun to spin it around sometimes, yeah. I think I should just block in some bigger shapes. Kind of the rough outline of it. I think this is how people draw on their eyebrows in the morning, right? You get the big shape in there. And then we do some dodge and burn, maybe. Let's try that. I love these tools. I don't think anybody really uses dodge and burn much anymore. I don't see it much, at least. You know, that's probably not a fair assessment. I really haven't watched a lot of other people do art in a while, so I don't know what that says about me, but I also have a podcast, and I don't really listen to podcasts. What are you gonna do with me? Oh, I should mask out the face art thing. Yeah, there we go. Probably helps a bit. Alright, we're on brush mode. I'm going to try to sort of make the eyebrow look a little more realistic. There's maybe less method to my madness than there should be, but that's alright. I think I want to turn myself into like a forest gnome creature soon. I feel like that could be fun. This feels like it's a little too bright. Yeah, I can probably make that work. And then I think if I go to brush and I go to color burn and I lock the layers so I can't paint where there isn't pixels. I just darken it in some. That's sort of, it's a little dramatic, but I can be a little dramatic myself, so it's alright. Tone it back a smidgen. I have a funky, weird looking eyebrow. And it'll start to make more sense when I add all the other highlights and shit on it. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself for now, so. Izzy McDizzy, Tyler Driscoll, we got all kinds of people hanging out on the TikTok. I'm also live on Kick and Trovo tonight. Got those lined up. I don't even know what those are. I don't know if anybody else knows what those are, but other little live streaming platforms, you know. Streamlabs gave me the option to simulcast to them. So why not? Over there too. Love it. I'll continue to mint NFTs on the Voy network as long as my homies over there keep participating, which they have been doing a good job at so far. Shout out to Voy again. Now that Chris is actually here. Chris, I shouted you guys out real hard early. Us guys, I should say. It's I don't mean to distance myself from the community. I am one of the resident artists, maybe the best resident artist. In my own humble opinion. Of course. Definitely Chris's favorite. Sorry that demoted anybody. I just fucking love doing art. It's funny, I built a really awesome art company. We make dope art. It's not me. I'm not the one. I just lead the team and make it all work. But I love that too. I love being a CEO and like building an environment for artists to thrive, and like that feels really rewarding and just I love it. but it doesn't do this for me on like an emotional fulfillment level, if that makes sense, which is why I had to start this up. And I didn't even know I was missing this in my life until I started doing it, and people started showing up and people started liking my art, and I was like, oh, this feels nice. And now I'm hooked. I don't do this for enough weeks in a row, I start to get a little sad. Well, there's some times where I just want to take a break, but I usually do, and I have. So it's all about controlling your, just paying attention, I guess. I'm trying to get good at that in my middle-agedness now, Be aware of what really fills your cup in life. Make sure you do some of those things or you get burned out. No amount of money can fill your cup with substance and vigor and enthusiasm for life. Money doesn't do that. Once you have your bills paid and you're not stressing about whether or not you can eat and stay in your house, then money really doesn't add much fulfillment. Adds the ability to buy temporary bullshit that gives you a little jolt of excitement, but it's not deep, fulfilling things. When I scroll through all of the art I've made over the past 3 years. Take it easy, Chris. Good seeing you, brother. Welcome, Derek. Yeah, but when I scroll through all of the art that I made for the past 3+ years, it's really just exciting to me. I have I made a screensaver thing for Roku. So if anybody wants that, you can I can send you the link and you can make it your screensaver on Roku. So all my art just cycles through. And it's pretty cool. It's a really amazing feeling, actually, just watching the art roll through and remembering where I was at and what I was doing and what inspired each piece and just all that sort of little stuff. Feels really nice. So. Derek, if you got Rokus, let me know. I'll get you a link. You can check it out. You guys will love it. Just have some colorful Carl art just always rolling on your Roku whenever you're not watching the show. Shit, fuck that up. Okay, so that's supposed to go that way. I'm supposed to put in the shadow layer. Erase. Definitely need more hair highlights over here. So we're on the hair. What's going on there? This is one of those things where I could get crazy OCD, but at some point I'm just doing shit. It's just too much, But I'm not there yet. But I'll probably get there and then not know when to stop. So it's always hard to know when a piece of art is done. You can always look at it especially as an art, as the actual artist, and go, oh, well, I should have did this, or I could have done that, and this is a little better here, and oh, I just spent a few more minutes over there, and it just goes on forever. Knowing when to stop is an art in itself. What do you think about that? Well, you got to do what you got to do, Derek. As Shrek always says, it's better out than in. I guess. Totally lost my train of thought. I was about to do something. ADD is a powerful thing, friends. You can just be in the middle of a live stream trying to like do cool shit for people and just forget entirely what the fuck you were doing. It's powerful. Colette, if you're still watching the podcast, I just saw your comment, is on the intersection of art and business. It's called Pixel Retentive. And I just interview people in the marketing, advertising, and creative space in general. Founders, artists, marketers, those kind of people. And we talk about creativity and all the ways that comes into business and just things you need to know in the creative world that you might not be aware of, and like just any kind of way I can add value to that audience of founders, marketers, and artists. Works out good. It's a lot of fun. Been doing that for 2 years. Coming up on 100 episodes. Interviewed some really amazing people. You can check that out at pixelretentive.com. Of course, there's links to all the things I do on colorfulcarl.com. I do need to update it with some more stuff about the NFTs and all that, and Epic Made. You can get to my print store, check out prints, all that sort of stuff as well. So all kinds of good stuff on there. Oh, I was going to change the music. That's what I was going to do. But it's alright now. It's not bothering me anymore. Not sure why, but could be worse. Some nights the music just goes real bad. I found a new like playlist on Epidemic Sound. That's like supposedly for live streaming. So that's what the delight we're experiencing tonight, friends. So, let me know in the chat if you're enjoying the music or not, or if I should change it up. I'm not partial, so just sometimes like the music really distracts me because it sucks so bad. I'm not having that problem tonight. And obviously, sucks is relative. Something I might think is terrible, somebody else might love. Like one man's trash is another man's treasure, or person, or whatever you're into. I'm not trying to discriminate. Yeah. The backyard's filled with a bunch of other people's trash that I have hoarded and collected into little projects. Newest project is 2 giant electric cable spools that I'm going to turn into tables in my backyard. You know, like them big ass wooden spools, you know. I'm excited about that. That'll be cool for sure. Yeah. The hair down here looks, well, you know, it actually looks like sort of dreaded, and that's kind of the vibe. So I'm gonna rock with it. This looks a little strong here, so I'm gonna tamp it back a little bit. Taco, what up, dog? Thanks for coming out to the stream, my dude. Taco is hosts a Spaces every Tuesday night around 9:45, 10 o'clock Eastern time on Taco Coin at Twitter, and he's on the Voy Council, so he's always sharing stuff about Voy, and he's been kind enough to allow me join a few times and has been helping promote my NFT drops. So huge shout out to Taco. Should follow his stuff for sure. All right, so I don't know what's going on down there. Highlights are highlighting. That's good. Looking pretty solid there. A little too hard on that. And again. So Taco, you know, this is a good spot to take a pause. What am I, 45 minutes in? All right, so Taco, I started with this picture of my wife, my fiance at the time, right before we got married. And I've just been making it look cool, you know, so this is where we're at with it. This little gnome, I bought her for Christmas, I think. Maybe her birthday this year. It's actually on the counter in my windowsill, but I just thought it'd be cool back here. This background is like an amalgamation of several different like little AI generated things. Just kind of sandwiched them all together, made something cool. So just like a little bit of that, some photography, and me just drawing on top, and just, you know, having fun, making something beautiful, right? Like sort of using all the technology, and then, you know, I meant this as an NFT, so it'll have photography and illustration and a little bit of AI generation and all the cool things in it, but, you know, done with integrity and intention, and not I jammed some things in a prompt and now I'm an artist. Like, nah, be an artist. Like, curate and draw and make it your own. But, you know, do whatever you can do. I don't know. I don't even care. I'm just trying to make things that make me happy, and hopefully people like it too. And they seem to do that, so. Did we move that NFT yet? Thanks, Taco. Appreciate the compliment, good sir. Last I looked this morning, we hadn't moved it, but I put a little post in the Discord that whoever buys it gets to pick what NFT I mint next. So I thought that was a neat little extra incentive. I don't need any lorem ipsum, thanks. Hitting the wrong buttons. Fun little trick that you can do to fix your brain if something's not looking right is you flip the artwork upside down, and your brain stops like doing its little, because it modifies the way you see things heavily. So when you flip it upside down, it tricks it into like seeing all. Then you can see the imperfections easier. Is essentially what I'm trying to say. So that's like a pro tip from a lot of illustrators that you'll see. So flip your artwork upside down often so that you can see all the errors and the places where you need improvement. So yeah. Thank you for the follow, Lena. Appreciate you. Over here on TikTok. Got some new follows. Let's go. All right, so ask me anything. Anybody have any questions about life or art or creativity or me or anything other than politics, unless you want to hear me going on a ranting rave of not goodness. We can save that shit for another time. Just trying to make this necklace stand out a little nicer, a little shiny brightness, you know? Encourage your viewers to send gifts and thank them for their support. Viewers, send gifts and I thank you for support. TikTok told me to say that, so here we are. I'm just following TikTok, I guess. And TikTok doesn't even let me stream to their directly to their. Well, they used to let me stream from Streamlabs, so I could like have it be the exact same stream. Now it's making me do like the thing with their software, which is just annoying, but it is what it is. Well, it looks like TikTok's coming through tonight. Got some people over there. Got a couple new follows. Shout out again to Lena. Thank you. Just trying to make this necklace really look good. So I'm gonna do some streaming soon. I'm gonna kick it off probably in 2 weeks. Some additional streaming. I'm gonna play some Monster Hunter Worlds with my son. We're gonna set him up a little streaming channel as well, which is gonna be cool. So we're gonna game together, have some fun. I'm excited about that for sure. Okay. I don't like this little piece of the necklace. I'm gonna make a finger puppet. Let's do it, bro. Make a finger puppet. What do you got to lose? This thing did not understand the assignment. I don't know why I'm Dutch. Has just clone stamped it and been done with it in 2 seconds. Okay. Alright, fine, cool. Great. And turn all these lovely layers back on. No wolf though. Do we want to have a wolf in there somewhere? He was cool. I don't know where he would go though. Kind of cool, but then he looks giant and then he looks really tiny. Could put him in the way back. Nope, Derek, I don't know if the wolf's gonna make a return. Maybe later. Only if you make a really good finger puppet. Apparently that's what you're working on. The wolf was Derek's little idea. It made it through a stream, but then I just really was excited about this little gnome. My wife loves gnomes. She's a big fan. Got 38 viewers. Feeling the love, fam. Thank you. If you are watching, please like the stream and whatever platform you're on. If you can reshare it, that is always helpful. At the least, please follow me if you're not already. And wouldn't suck if you told your friends about my stream, like, hey, this guy, he's a little weird, but he makes cool art, you should check him out. Something like that, easy peasy. Yeah, it's starting to look better. I think I like this. A little more prominent. Maybe it fades out a bit here. I'm just ADDing around here, don't mind me. It's fun though. Just gotta embrace the ride sometimes. Sometimes I just want to get off the ride. Like, I don't want to be ADD today. But apparently that's not something I get to choose. I'm just adding in some of this blue highlight onto these little leaves here. Just making it make more sense. Not that anything makes sense in this mad world. Sorry, I think I'm funny sometimes. This is fun. I like this strange little misshapen stone thing here. It's looking good. Come on. something like that, but that wasn't it. How's that finger puppet coming, Derek? Didn't realize I didn't have smoothing on. Apparently I didn't even need it. Smoothing's kind of like a little handicap to make your lines nicer, which is fine. Like, I'm not hating, I just was wondering, I had to redraw my lines a lot, and it's easier for me to do a nice smooth line in real life, but on the screen it can be a little tricky. But I was doing well for a while there, so. Kind of cool. Drawing hair is actually pretty hard sometimes. Anyways, let's get back down here. Smooth out some of this. Just adding in some details onto the little peacock feather here. peacock feathers are so crazy beautiful. Can you imagine like not knowing what a peacock was and then like just stumbling across a male peacock with like all of its plumage out? That would just be wild. Just like surreal as hell, you know? Thing's magical looking. I can put it on metal, sir. Got a new sub. Let's go, Zardos. What up? Thank you for telling me it's badass. Yeah, this started off as a picture of my wife right before we got married. And this is what I'm turning it into. So, you know, just trying to do something nice for the wife. Gonna print this out. I think I will print it on metal, Derek. Put it in my living room or something. It's like some 80s Madonna wannabe music. I'm gonna change this. It's not working for me. Alright, we got 20 people on TikTok, got 41 on the rest of the streams. Hell yeah. Super flattered. Y'all gonna make me think I'm a good artist or something one day. Zardos, how'd you find us? Just you found the stream? Was it just like in the whatever, the recommended shit on YouTube, or? Yeah, YouTube hooks it up every once in a while. Like we'll actually kick some people my way, which is pretty cool. Oh, cool. Which Discord was that? I put it on a couple. I'm in a couple Discords, as we all are. Oh boy, what up, bruh? Fellow Voyager, right? Is that what we say in our little community? I'm relatively new to the community, but I'm already a huge fan. I'm gonna keep minting NFTs in the space, so just wanted somewhere that like had a real legit community. That was, I mean, I'm a part of another amazing community too called the Crazy Carl Collective, but we're not making our own level 1 blockchain over there. Like we're doing a lot of like cultural community shit, but like I just love the technical awesomeness of the Void community and like how much cool shit we've already made over there. So I mean, I'm not a programmer, but I'm happy to contribute some art and make NFTs and help build culture on that side. So takes a village, right? That's how that goes, I think. All right, where's my ear, my arm cuff? Here we go. Arm cuff. But yeah, I really have enjoyed everything I've learned about Voy since I've been there. It's a pretty awesome community. I met Chris out in Boston a couple years back now. We've just been friends ever since. Nice. Yeah, man, make some art. You make art yourself? What kind of art do you do? NFT art has been my first run back into the artistic side. I've been the techie needing to be back in the art world. Love that. Welcome back, sir. I assume you're sir. Sorry about that. There's so many of us men in the Web3 space. But yeah, dude, that's super dope. I'm pumped to hear it. Love to see some of your stuff sometime. I don't think it'll let you post a link in the chat, but just DM me on Discord. I'm always down to check out other art. What up, Angie? Working on this piece of art of Alden. Started here a few streams ago. Turned it into this because just having fun, you know, being a crazy artist person. That's what I do. Let's do face gems. I'm gonna hide that and we're gonna do this. I like made these a little too dramatic. Like these back sides wouldn't be quite as bright. You know, sometimes I feel like I know what I'm doing and trick some people. Yeah, it looks a little better. Where are these face gems at? Shit. I'm just trying to make these colors pop a little more. Alright, let's come back like 19%. It's too much. Alright, I'll play with that some more. You should probably finish packing, Angie. See you in a few days. Love you. Yeah, bro, I do. I am quite blessed, and I'm well aware. And thank you. I don't know what I did to deserve her some days. She has put up with a lot of bullshit for me over the years. But she loves me, and I'm fucking lucky. It's crazy because the least impressive thing about this woman is how beautiful she is, and she is unquestionably beautiful. I think she needs purple eyes. She has beautiful green eyes in real life, but are we making a fantasy portrait or not? There we go. What's up, beautiful? I'm getting carried away over here, but it's fun. Angie just popped in and said hi. Yeah. Cool. Is he excited? Got it. Oh shit, yeah. That's how life goes, right? Adding a little pop of color into these eyeballs. I like the idea of them being both green and purple. Making you have some mystic topaz eyeballs. What do you think about that? I've yet to do one of these portraits of Z, like, ever.
Well, you started the werewolf one.
Oh, I did the werewolf one. It just wasn't crazy. Oh, never mind. I did a couple of Z. I did the Sasquatch one too. See you later. It looks crazy. I like it. I really want to finish this one tonight. It feels really close. I love you. What?
Dog.
Is he outside? He's just over there. Being a dog. This song is called Ninja Training Camp. Okay, Google. Turn on office lights. Didn't have any fun lights on for you guys tonight. I failed you.
Turned on the office lights.
Look, it was all dark and dreary. No one even told me. It's alright. Damn, paint with a purple shadow. Didn't mean to be doing that. It's actually working pretty good though. But whatever. I feel like this whole live stream is just me experimenting. I mean, it's kind of like the essence of art sometimes. Actually, if I'm not experimenting, I'm not really even having that much fun. Like, I don't like to just do the same thing over and over again. It's not fun. I've done that before when I get like too far into like a particular series and I just like it just stops being exciting. Like if I can fully visualize what it's gonna look like before it's done, I'm not that excited about it. It's kind of weird, huh? Good, yeah. Just that. Alright, we're gonna hide the bounding block. So I just selected that with the object selection tool, which is, you know, back in my day, Photoshop didn't have that. Had to do your own manual selections. Trying to make the shadow here look more natural. We're up to 50 viewers, 29 on TikTok and 50 on the other stuff. Let's go. Thank you for the love, friends. Trying to just make this not look sloppy. It looks really sloppy right now. It's bothering me. Obviously, I'm very concerned about. So, yeah. Don't mind me. Man, that was actually looking pretty decent before I fucked it up. Alright. Now we're getting somewhere. I do have a 6 a.m. yoga class to make it to tomorrow. Can't be dallying all night on this thing. But I really do want to get it done. Such is the struggle of life. Too many things, not enough time. Just out of curiosity, let's see, we started the night. No. See what the history tool is. Windows history. So we go back to the. That was where we started the night. Yep. Yeah, we're killing it. Obviously. Cool. It's like to do that sometimes. working with the shadow layer here. This whole thing's just like a little bright. Alright, that doesn't want to work. I don't feel like doing the individual selection, so I'm just going to keep manually working in these shadows so that it works for me. And I'll just be more meticulous on these edges here, you know. So when you can like do selections, sometimes you can make a nice mask where like I could just haphazardly go fast and not worry about really missing the, like you don't have to worry about painting outside of the lines and stuff, or like, you know, doing that, right? Like, but because of the way this cuff is added in, I just got to do it this way, which, you know, isn't the end of the world. So this takes a little more patience and precision. Yeah, this is helping. Which is good. Sorry, I'm just not talking much. Just zoning in on the details here. Feel free to ask questions or chime in the chat. Just trying to make this piece of jewelry make more sense in the composition. It's getting there. I'll add some blue highlights to it. Still just seems really bright compared to that. Maybe this just needs to be brighter. That does look a lot better. I might make that more decorative, but we'll see. Damn, that's a lot of extra bullshit there. Just removing pixels that aren't even. Just trying to get a better shape of the arm in here. So I want to just be able to select just the cuff, but got all this extra bullshit. Yeah, I don't know why they even have a blur tool, because the smudge tool actually does the blurring that I want done, and the blur tool never fucking works right. Anyhow. Ooh, a good time. It's tough being an old man. Getting old. I said that at yoga the other day. Someone's like, I don't even remember 40. It's like, oh, well, shit. I ain't that old yet, apparently. I still feel a little old some days. It's just how it goes. Cool. This is working. It's looking cool though. This is definitely going to be one of those ones that I look at for years going, man, I made that. That's awesome. That's like the best reward for this kind of stuff. You make shit that like excites you when you look at it. And you get to remember like, oh, I made that from my own crazy little mind. How exciting. $51 viewers. What up? Tank. Tank, seriously. Dude, go to bed. Go to bed. It's over there making crazy ass noises. These bulldogs are out of control. Whole breed is just like a rejected science experiment. It's like, hey, how can we keep making this thing so ugly it's cute, and then like now it's not really very functional at being alive, let alone being a dog. It just makes weird warthog noises and can't eat anything, and just farts all the time. And yeah, it's a special creature if you're not familiar with them. I don't know. I think this looks pretty awesome. Popping the greens out a little more on this. Cool. A little bit of sponge, lots of sponge. It's too much. Yeah, that works. Alright, I think this is it. I'm gonna sign it, call it a night. That logo seems goodish. Getting close. That looks cool. looks pretty good to me. Still a little, let's blur it out a little bit more. Cool. Anyways. Alright, let's sign this thing. Go to bed. I wonder what color I should make it. Cool. There it is, friends. It hath been completed. Yeah, looks good. Love it. Damn, did a lot of progress shots. Just did one tonight. Cool, so 2 hours, 2.5 hours of detail work. Let's see what that got us. If you're still here, you get to see the awesome before and after. So tonight we started here. We ended there. That took 2.5 hours. Crazy. You know, I'm sure I'll wake up tomorrow and take a look at it again and go, oh, I want to tweak this or do that. But for the most part, we're here. It's looking cool. Yeah, love it. All right, well, that's it. I am not going to be here next week, but the week after I will. And I'm going to be finishing up this piece I started on the 9-year anniversary of my father's passing. This is me and my dad. I think I was like 3 or 4. So this must have been like late 80s. First thing I did was use AI to clean it up. Look at that, that's pretty cool. And then added one of my dad's paintings, one of his little faces in the background. Just started adding in colors and adding in some sparkly some stars and stuff from some NASA space shots. And then that's where I ended the stream on that, and I'm gonna keep plugging away. Should be able to finish that in one stream. So anyhow, tonight was fun. Thank you all for coming out, and check out my website, colorfulcarl.com, and here pretty much, you know, here Wednesday nights at 8. Sometimes I'm here, sometimes I'm not, but mostly here. And you can always check any of my pages the day of. I always put out whether I'm gonna be doing the stream or not. So again, won't be here next week. I'll be back the 23rd, 30th. I'll be back on a good streak after that. So anyhow, good seeing everybody. Thanks for coming out. I will see you all in 2 weeks.